Welcome to the Clashing of Steel.
And today, once again, I am playing Leonidas. It is interesting how he works. Leonidas has got a ton of defense, while at the same time he's very capable at offense as well. But then again, to counter this commander, you can basically fight like you're fighting against Germanicus. Just deny the engagement. Just don't fight with him. Just try to go around him, or if you really need to, have some form of tactics and then deal with him. I understand that there can be many problems when fighting against him. Sometimes you just need to deal with him to take down the archers or slingers or javelins or what else is hiding behind him. Personally, I have played incredible matches with Leonidas, just because players have engaged me. I'm not saying that you should utterly fear him, because there are many players who just waste their troops. It is a lot easier to play Germanicus than to play Leonidas. With Germanicus you can engage, and that can be basically it. Pop Vengeance and annihilate the opponent. While with Leonidas you gotta keep moving all the time. You gotta move in, bash or strike, and then you gotta move out. You want to be careful of what you're doing, and you don't want to push too deep inside of your opposing troops. Otherwise your troops would get surrounded and annihilated by heavy damage from the swords or whatever men you're fighting against. The reason I like Leonidas is simple. You have Fight in the Shades that has really great missile block actually. Then you have the Phalanx, which is an incredible defensive tool. Then you have the Shield Bash, which is remarkable offensive tool. And of course Leonidas' tier 5 ability, which is Hold the Line, gives you a remarkable amount of morale and Phalanx fatigue regeneration, meaning that your troops are even better in Phalanx and they're pretty much unshakable. I guess Leonidas is something like a tank. He can be incredible at offense when you want to push at a hard location where, many other troops can't push. Or the risk and reward in that location is, well, pretty hard to evaluate. Leonidas can block easily missiles. And even if something can charge him while he is in Fight the Shades, he can easily activate Phalanx and counter that charge for basically minimal damage. But that is often what is also used against him. Simply said, you're gonna want to get him out of Fight the Shades. So you basically want to force him into Phalanx and repeat it as long as the ranged units take care of him. But because in this match I am allowed to engage so easily and, well, they're not working together with their ranged units and trying to cooperate in trying to take down my spear unit, I am left in a rather safe spot. Actually what is bugging me at this very moment are that my swordsmen back there are not fighting the opposing swordsmen who are one tier weaker. They could easily annihilate them and we could crush these opponents between our troops. And so I am forced to send one of my troops there, sad to say. But fortunately, spearmen pretty much deny all passage to any troops basically. Meaning that even if this player should stack all of its troops against a tier 5, I can cover its sides remarkably well. I don't play Leonidas as often as I used to. Leonidas is an incredible commander, but it often requires quite a bit of teamwork to get maximum efficiency out of him. You just need to defend the ranged units and, well, that basically should be your job. But you also need to be careful because there are many others who want to destroy you. And of course, the moment they get here, they run away like little girls. I'm so happy. They should have been killed a while ago by the swordsman and not feared away by my advance. I mean, he didn't fear the swordsman, but he does fear the spearman. The way I see it is that the swordsman would have killed him indefinitely. There is no option. But what will I do? I will just try to bash him and it's just one unit. So I was still a bit surprised that he disengaged. But, well, it's not like they have many other options left. I am pushing into their base, I have bashed their swordsmen, I have, well, harassed them quite efficiently. And, yeah. As it was to be expected, the swordsmen fear to go ahead alone. And I think I am a bit late here. Sad to say. With Spearman, I think I need to reevaluate how I played this game. I need to spread a bit less, and because of that, the multitasking will probably go down as well. Because I try to use myself where I see the need, and this was one of those locations. Sending one of my units from that side. If I would have had all three around this location, the ranged units would have been easily defended, but then again, I would have not been able to do something like this. And that is why the spearmen are so great. I'm just trying to sneak through, and now I am behind them. Well, basically I'm at their side, but still. I'm just forcing them out of their base. Come on. Why? Of course I love how Germanicus charged in from the forest. And with the armored legionnaires nonetheless. I just hope he doesn't get the penalty for it, because otherwise you might as well play regulars. Penalty from the forest will pretty much make you equal to the regular legionnaires, so I don't see the point of it, but okay. Still, Leonidas is an incredible commander and I do love to play him. Although, when your team does not work with you, or you're left to your own devices in a horrible situation, things might get rather sour rather fast. But as long as there is someone working with you while you're playing this commander, I'm guessing you can't go horribly wrong. And, I mean, you have the defense, you have the offense, and you have the missile block. So what else is there that you need? But fine, let's head over to the scoreboard. Once again, incredibly enough, I am at the top of my scoreboard. Mostly thanks to base capture, although I did a lot of defense. I guess some of it was, or most of it was missile block. I did some offense, what I was capable on the swordsman, and support in defending my ranged units and, well, flanking slightly of course. I fought against the best Germanicus in the opposing team, at first at least. I pushed him back to his base and eventually annihilated him. Also, their best ranged unit player was forced back, and their least scored Germanicus player was the one where I sent to support my spearmen. My team's best archers were right behind me, and the opposing team's best cavalry was the one who crushed me into the rear at the pretty much end of the match. I was surprised enough that I earned this much score because I was mainly supporting my team members, defending ranged units and kinda pushing opponents, trying to reduce the area where they can maneuver in. Eventually everything went well, although I still got hammered by the cavalry right into the rear. Still, Leonidas is an interesting commander. Best way to deal with him is trying to avoid him if you can, or let the ranged units deal with him. You want to force him out of the fight in the shades, and you don't want to fight him while he's in the phalanx. But you do want to force him into the phalanx, so you have to go quite close. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.